Thanks, Tracy. And I am joined by Robin Summerfield. She's a travel and food writer, and she's the woman behind Peg City Grub, the popular blog. And I'm a big fan of the blog. I imagine it's a pretty fun gig for you as well.
Oh, yeah. I get to try all the great new places to eat, great food, adventurous chefs. It's honestly a dream, really.
And so we couldn't think of any better person to talk about food trends with. And now we are here at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights in their new bistro, their Era Bistro. And we're here because the setup here is really cool. It's all about communal dining, which is our first trend.
It's amazing, actually. You'll look behind us. There's these long wood-hewn tables, and it's literally bringing people together. It's all about sharing a meal, breaking bread together, meeting strangers, becoming new friends, and it really fits in with the theme of the museum. 100%.
Yeah. And another place we see this is at the pop-up restaurant on the river, right?
That's exactly right. And I don't know who started the trend. Who was it, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
But again, really fantastic example of people in Winnipeg coming together, breaking bread together, making new friends, and just having a great time sharing food.
And now another trend that we can also look forward to is dive restaurants. Is what you're calling dive dining. What is this all about?
Oh, I like dive dining, actually. In the last 18 months or so, we've seen these new restaurants pop up in the oddest locations. They're moving into like gritty kind of, hotels mostly. Best example of that is the Tallest Poppy, or one example of that is the Tallest Poppy. They moved into the Sherbrooke Inn. You know, it's not exactly a posh hotel. It's a great neighborhood for food, but she's doing fantastic food there, and people are just streaming there. Marion Street Eatery on Marion Street, again, another kind of grittier location. Food is fantastic, the dining room is fantastic, and crowds are coming, in the droves. And Osborne Village Cafe, another great place, great food, and just a great atmosphere.
So popular. I live by the Sherbrooke Hotel. I was so happy to see that the Tallest Poppy was going in there, and busy. Every weekend. It's so busy.
I know. She was gone too long, People really missed her, yeah.
And now speaking of an example, down the street on Sherbrooke is Tom Bargain.
Yes.
And this is another trend we're going to keep seeing, right?
Yes. This again started about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, when Parlor Coffee opened up. We're calling it the third wave coffee culture, and it's where baristas are actually as smart about coffee as wine folks, onophiles, are about wine. So they know about the growing, the tasting notes, the flavors. And they also have built these amazing design coffee houses that are beautiful. Like the architecture is amazing. So we're seeing quite a few of those locally owned opening up. Right.
And I think we have one more trend we're going to talk about quickly.
Well, donuts. This is a very emerging trend.
And one that I'm excited about.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I don't know why nobody thought of this sooner. It's already happening in Calgary and Toronto, so we're a little bit behind, but there's one small batch food purveyor called O Donuts. Her name is Amanda Kindon, and she is just an absolute startup. She's renting a kitchen now, a commercial kitchen, and she's making these quote-unquote gourmet donuts. So far, she's selling to Parlor Coffee. Last I talked to her, she was making about 3 dozen overnight a day, delivering to Parlor by 8 a.m. and they're or 7 a.m. and they're out the door in 90 minutes. Yeah, fantastic.
There's obviously lots to look forward to in 2015. Thank you so much, Robin. That was amazing. And for our final trend, we do have one more. We're going to head over to the Exchange District and introduce you to the guys behind Skip the Dishes. This food delivery company is actually one of the fastest growing startup companies in Canada.
With thousands of orders going out and to hundreds of couriers, there's actually trillions of permutations that can go through.
The logistics behind skipthedishes.ca sound complicated, but everything about this online food delivery service is designed to make ordering a meal as simple as possible.
I think it's something that everyone's wanted for so long. Most of us can remember the Yellow Pages, and it's restaurant aggregation. It's putting restaurants together, and it makes it convenient. You enter your address, and you get shown all the restaurants that deliver to your location or that are nearby for pickup.
It just takes a couple clicks. No waiting on hold and no wondering when your order will arrive. That's what's making online food delivery increasingly popular and is what made Joshua Simair start Skip the Dishes with his 2 brothers in 2012.
This is something that people in mid-market cities, the Calgarys, the Edmontons, the Winnipegs, don't have access to. So we're the first people using technology to do this across hundreds of restaurants.
Thank you for calling Skip the Dishes. This is Victoria speaking.
Skip the Dishes, which is based here in Winnipeg, is now one of the fastest growing startup companies in Canada. The team of operators, mathematical and software engineers, along with independent couriers, is quickly expanding.
We started one desk, now we have 83 people, maybe that's 90 next week. And that's the growth over the last 16 months. We make it really simple for restaurants because, restaurants are so busy.
There are 1,000 restaurants in 15 cities across Canada that use skipthedishes.ca, about 350 in Winnipeg alone, from local breakfast joints like the Falafel Place to popular chains like Tony Roma's. They started using the service a month ago.
And when you're talking to people on the phone, sometimes things could be misinterpreted or maybe you missed something. But when you get to review it online, you get to see everything that you've just done, and you also know the pricing and the timeline on when your delivery's coming.
In the coming weeks, we'll have this brand new Apple Skip the Dishes app coming out.
Getting food to your door is about to become even easier. With the company's new iPhone app, you'll be able to track exactly where your meal is along the delivery route. And you can expect major franchises to get in on the online delivery business as well. Starbucks just announced that it'll be offering online delivery to your home or to your office through its mobile app in select cities. So perhaps you can expect your vanilla latte to be the next menu item on skipthedishes.ca. For Go Winnipeg, I'm Jessica Cable.